YouTube CEO Wojcicki, that's Susan Wojcicki, we've cut amount of time Americans watch controversial content by 70%. Let me translate that for you, just like I've done in the past. We've cut the amount of time that anyone, I guess not just Americans, watch factual content by 70% because we're fucking SJWs who care more about words than we care about facts and feelings, and therefore we're censoring what you fucking watch. Now, this video that came along with the article is unavailable to watch in Canada, but that's okay, we can still read it. And I don't believe this is just America. I mean, maybe it actually is, hence why I'm not allowed to see the video. But it's weird that they're only trying to prevent intelligent people in the US from watching controversial stuff and not people here. So I actually am curious to see what YouTube will block in the US that I'm able to see. But regardless, America or not, this article is still disgusting. So let's read this. YouTube CEO Susan tells Leslie Stahl what the video platform is doing about hate speech in an interview Sunday on the CBS News magazine program 60 Minutes. Susan told 60 Minutes that Google employs 10,000 people to focus on controversial content. So basically, they've employed 10,000 SJWs to basically censor and shadow ban or delete and demonetize any videos that speak the truth or go against SJW culture. Fantastic. She describes their schedule, which includes time for therapy, of course, because they need their safe spaces, right? Stahl also said there are reports that the monitors are beginning to buy the conspiracy theories. You mean people are getting too intelligent and are realizing that these conspiracy theories are not really a theory at all and are actually true, and you don't like that. Got it. What we really had to do was tighten our enforcement of that to make sure we were catching everything, and we used a combination of people and machines, which Susan explained. So Google as a whole has about 10,000 people that are focused strictly on factual content. Leslie Stahl, I'm told that it is very stressful to be looking at these questionable videos all the time, and that there's actually counselors to make sure that there aren't mental problems with the people who are doing the work. You're employing SJWs to censor any video that goes against the SJW movement. I assure you that all of the employees do in fact have mental problems. Susan, it's a very important area for us. We try to do everything we can to make sure that this is a good work environment with safe spaces for everybody's little feelings. Our reviewers work 5 hours of the 8 hours reviewing videos. They only work 5 hours out of an 8-hour shift because the other 3 hours they're hiding up in their safe spaces, crying because videos exist that debunk their stupid fucking beliefs within the SJW movement, and they have to have probably a crying hour, maybe even a nap hour for the little babies that they employ. Fucking pieces of shit. They have the opportunity to take a break whenever they want. God, I wish I had this job. I wouldn't even fucking do the job. Like, I would work for Google, and I wouldn't start deleting controversial videos. I would start deleting SJW content off of YouTube. By the way, honorable mention, thank God Queer Kid stuff is gone. But the point is, I would start deleting fiction videos, SJW shit, and then I would take a coffee break and a nap time and go in the safe space to sit down in a nice comfy bean chair. Fucking idiot. Leslie, I also heard that these monitors, reviewers, sometimes they're beginning to buy the conspiracy theories. Essentially what that question means is, I've noticed that some of your employees who might be on the smarter side are starting to actually realize that the conspiracy videos that you're telling them to delete are actually true, and they're starting to believe it. We can't have that! Fucking idiots. I've definitely heard about that, and we work really hard with all of our reviewers to make sure that, we're providing the right services for them. So, brain manipulation therapy, okay? Section 230, stopping 70% of, let's just take the word controversial and make it factual. Once you watch, here's the thing too, they're kind of admitting to it, because if they believed that these videos were in fact just conspiracies and wrong, then why isn't she calling them conspiracy theory videos? The fact that she's calling them controversial means that they're not just removing, like, Alex Jones type shit. It means that they're gonna delete, anything that even has controversy in it, even if it's true, because they just don't like controversy and don't like discussion, facts, free speech. Wow, thanks for basically admitting to it. Once you watch one of these, YouTube's algorithm might recommend you watch similar content, but made by an SJW who doesn't know what they're talking about. But no matter how harmful or untruthful, YouTube can't be held liable for any content due to legal protection called Section 230. Oh, but you're gonna create this algorithm, okay. The law under 230 does not hold you responsible for user-generated content, but in that you recommend things, sometimes 1,000 times, sometimes 5,000. Shouldn't you be held responsible for that material because you recommended it? Well, here's the interesting fucking thing. YouTube has openly admitted in the past, well, not really admitted, but they've stated, they go, we are not a publisher, we're just a host, meaning that they're not responsible for what is on the website because it's uploaded by other people, and YouTube just hosts it, right? And that basically alleviates them from any legalities. But then when they were caught about that by saying things like, but if you're just a host, that means you can't delete the content, then YouTube switched and said, oh, no, wait, sorry, we are publishers, therefore we're allowed to delete the comments or videos. Yeah, but then that means you are responsible for what's on there, so you can't lie and have your cake and eat it too, you piece of shit. God, fuck this bitch. Well, our systems wouldn't work without recommending, and if so, I'm not saying don't recommend, I'm just saying be responsible for when you have recommended so many times. If we were held liable for every single piece of content that we recommended, we would have to review it, which you probably should, but just not deleting anything that you personally don't like, because you shouldn't be having your personal opinion and your staff's personal opinion deciding who on the website gets deleted because you personally don't like that person or what they have to say. That's not being objective, you cunt. That would mean there'd be a much smaller set of information that people would be finding. Much, much smaller. Well, that's what you want. You want people only finding SJW content. And since they only make up 19% of the population, yeah, it'd be a pretty small fucking percentage. She told us that earlier this year, YouTube started reprogramming its employees' algorithms in the U.S. to recommend questionable videos much less and point... Questionable videos means factual videos made by, like, intelligent people. Much less, and point users who search for that kind of material to authoritative sources. Like the news! Yeah, I'm so upset they didn't give examples, because what were those examples going to be? CNN? Oh, yeah. They're factual. With these changes, Susan says they have cut down the amount of time Americans watch controversial content by 70%. Utterly fucking disgusting. And again, we've talked about in the past in all of my other YouTube rants about how they've been censoring people, demonetizing, shadow banning when they gave the mainstream media $30 million about 3 or 4 years ago, and all the other lists of awful things YouTube has done. They're censoring everybody no matter what you say. They're cutting factual content. The Alex Jones ban. The list goes fucking on and on of the horrible, horrendous shit that they have done. Please go to my YouTube related videos playlist. It'll be at the end of this video. And please watch a lot of the videos on there if you need to catch up on some of the horrible things YouTube has done over the years. But I have to say this might be one of the worst. But why wouldn't it be? We're in modern day now. Just wait for 2020 because as all my predictions, I will end up right again. And you will see that things will go supernova just like Alex Jones predicted 3 or 2 years ago.